Can't get a game. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash please. Yeah. She got a way of making the block free. Cash please. Yeah. Can't get a game. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash please.
Hey, welcome back to 1.0. I'm your host, Dr. Shep with the most. Coming back across the track once again, my friend. I've walked on water, I've walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Man, today's show is Can You Dig It? Can you dig it yet? Now, you give me a minute now to clarify that for y'all. You understand? And some of y'all already get it. You know, we this is our I believe this is our 13th show of the second episode, third show of the episode of the second season, rather. You dig? And we've talked about several things, all kind of strange kind of things, haven't we? So I gotta give my audience and my followers and things. I gotta check on them, and I want to know, shit, can you dig it yet? Is what I'm saying coming through to you. Because man, every time somebody kind of like, get a hold on what's really going on, them people get done away with. Either social media destroys them, or they get caught out in them streets somewhere. And that's from everybody from Martin Luther King to you know, uh, Tupac, Biggie, and a host of other people that even John F. Kennedy got into some gangster shit. You see, so I guess that means none of us is really vulnerable to this here, what I'm telling you about. And I want to know if you dig it yet, man. These people is not playing. They really not. Now, I derived here on this planet in 1971. Never in my life did I ever think the things that we are doing and getting to experience and use today that we would ever have these things. These things used to be stuff that your imagination came up with. You did. You remember we used to, back in our days, it used to be a can that we used to pretend was a phone. And we would talk to the can. But I think that shit actually work if you tie a wire to it. Yeah. So that's what we did. That was our cell phone, with a can and a wire ran from that. You talk through the can and that vibration went through there, and I guess you can hear it on the other end. And if you was a nosy motherfucker, you took a can and you put it on the wall to hear what your neighbors was doing. Some Secret Service ass Negro shit. Yeah, it's true. Niggas used to go put cups up against the wall. Noses in the motherfucker. So, what I'm saying is that what they have today is totally different. So, and they're using it on us. But I just want to know, can y'all dig that shit yet? That you being done that way. You being told, shit, man, I'm putting my shit on the line trying to telling y'all what's happening to us. We are being deteriorated to where we're no use to it, ourselves or anybody else. Now, just hear me out. When something needs to be built, who do they call? The Mexicans. Yes, sir. My Hispanic brothers. When some concrete needs to be laid, who do they call? The Mexicans. My Hispanic brothers. You understand? When some fruits and vegetables need to be picked in large numbers, who they got? the Mexicans, my brown brothers. When the white folks want to leave their children for a year or two, who do they hire to be the nanny? Mexicans, my brown sisters. Can y'all dig it yet? You're being replaced. You're not only being replaced, you're being made to cut the birth rate because of what we choose to involve ourselves in. Can y'all dig that yet? Yeah. Every time a viable woman decides to give her youth to exploring with another woman, let's just say that cut the birth rate. Anytime a young man resorts to his feminine nature and it overwhelms the masculinity, that cuts the birth rate. And in our culture, we do a lot of that. You dig, but y'all don't. You can't dig that yet. The masses of women and young men are doing this here, and they are burning their young years. Now, one thing was said is that time is the only account that you cannot balance. What you lose is what you lose. Can't get it back. I don't care if you double up, whatever. If you lost it at 17, you double up at 37, you still lost it at 17. You can't, ain't no, that's it. It's a wrap. Count closed. But I want to know, can y'all dig that yet? You know, evidence is right in your face. They started by kicking the man out of the house. The next move was to give y'all better jobs than the man. Third thing was to put the man in the jailhouse so they can get free labor. And if they didn't go to the jailhouse, you did, they were struggling for a job that, you know, in competition with the new nigga, which is our Mexican brown brothers. They get more trust than us. White man trust them Mexicans. They give them trucks, they give them equipment, and all that shit come back to the office. So you Negroes, see, that's what I'm talking about. Can you dig that yet? Y'all gonna complain before 12 o'clock out there in that sun. The Mexicans and build 3 houses, 3:30, same day. Or at least got it framed out. Yeah. So is being a what they call I guess a culture creature. That's what our children is. They culture creatures. They don't give a shit about nothing but the culture. You understand? If somebody famous shave their hair off, the child coming out that bathroom, man, shocked because they culture creatures. If a famous movie come out about a child murdering the whole house, guess what? One of y'all gonna suffer that because they culture creatures. They what television make them. They what TV make them. And I don't know why y'all don't dig it yet. You know, these young people, they run around, they listen to these rappers, and these guys themselves went to private school, had mamas and daddies in the same house. Ain't that something? You did? I mean, went to military schools and things of these natures. never did what they rapping about. And your little nappy head boy or your little managed ass daughter, they following what them niggas say, not knowing them niggas ain't done none of that. But in my opinion, they don't give a shit. As long as you keep feeding me this imaginary world that I can be somebody in. If I go join this gang, that make me somebody. Because I'm sorry to say that this bunch that we put out, even though that they are talented, these some of the stupidest motherfuckers that I ever seen. Now, can y'all dig that yet? Can you start to admit that? Because the fact is that my time actually is over. So who we got to depend on as far as future? Who we got to depend on? Them motherfuckers? Oh, we all gonna die. Our shit going to shit. If we have to depend on what we see as our future, which is those young people. Now, can y'all dig that shit yet? Them is the motherfuckers that's gonna take care of us, protect us. Now, I ain't gonna be all what I am here long. I'm gonna have to depend on those young people to pick up some sort of torch or fuck. They gonna be twerking in the Congress. They gonna be giving lap dances in the Capitol House. You understand? They gonna be selling dope. You understand me? Washington Avenue. I think they already do that. I think I'm on late show. But can y'all dig it yet though? Now, with the occurrence of the UFO admission, I mean, what do you do? But I'm more of a thinker. I'm just thinking it's some of it is distraction and some of it is truth. But the thing for you to do is prepare for it to be both ways. You dig what I'm saying? You see what these people are doing, but it seems like you go to work and work hard and make a bunch of money just to, just to feed shit. What the problem is? We give our kids cars and we give them credit cards and we give them all of these things to harm themselves with. We do that. Yeah, we do. I don't care if you give them a limit and they do it well, but you still give it to them. I don't care if they come home before 10, like he asked them to. You still give it to them. And at any given time, influenced by somebody else because he has what he has and they don't have it, you did. That puts him as a target. He gonna acquire fake friends because he got a ride. Yeah, adolescent mind. And that's what we running around like. We have a bunch of adolescent minds. Can y'all dig that yet? I mean, it's just a question. I ain't don't you know don't get offended or nothing. It's cool, cuz. It's just a question. Can y'all dig that yet? Can you dig that they just tried to kill the whole world 2 and a half years ago? And here we are behaving in a way. If there are aliens, yeah, I don't blame them for coming to stopping this shit. Cause I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the twerking. I'm tired of the rapping. I don't even know. Each generation has changed. Let's go there. You understand? When the 50s was here, they were suffering, you know, disease and poverty. Let's say it like that. I think the Great Depression happened around that time. Okay. Statistics came, and then Negroes became the commodity, you know, during that time between the 50s and the 60s. From the 50s on and back before then, niggas became commodities. Okay, that changed. They shot us a flea flicker and said that we were free. So for niggas, you know, society changed a little bit, you know, but the same shit was happening. So uh, that changed. Then the 70s came. It was free love, you know. Yeah, dude, shit, right on, you know. Pass the weed. Let's get naked, you know, have sex, pop these pills. That's what it was in the 70s. In the 80s, you know, Michael Jackson came along, you know what I'm saying? And talent and shit like that would start being Run DMC, you know, and times were different. And from that, you know, we you know, for R&B and rap, you know, shit went positive, you know, black people loving each other and, you know, walk around with African symbols around their neck, you know, and red, black, and green, you know, can you dig that? And it changed from that to, you know, another kind of conscious rap, and then, you know, Easy E them drop what they dropped. But even with what they were dropping, it was a real situation, so it wasn't fantasy land. That shit that they were talking, they actually seen that. Easy E was one of the, you know, that nigga so dope. A few of them other niggas was in gangs and shit. So they had a right to express what was going on in their neighborhood, right? So, but that didn't even bring the change that came that we're experiencing now, with where your very life could be in danger for speaking certain words over some sort of hypnotizing music. You understand? So my question is, are y'all getting this shit yet? Are y'all getting that you're actually up under a spell? You've been hypnotized as a people for so many years to where the body and the mind has adjusted to this, you know, this unconscious state that you in. So you don't know that you're there. But I'm asking you, shit, I done slapped you in the face. Can you dig it yet? Because I gotta get you to dig it before we can do something about it. Seem like us from the 70s, we didn't, you know, I'm just speaking on us from the 70s, but I'm pretty sure other generations have suffered feeling like, okay, I wasn't raised well, so I'm not gonna raise my children that way. I think that fucked us up. Personal opinion. And I do give an advisory about this here podcast. It's an adult podcast, and it's only my opinion. So, with that in mind, I think that fucked us up. And I think we ventured off into another kind of way of doing things from generation way of doing things. Because whatever happened or whatever they did, it got to where you existed. So somebody did something right if you feel like you were privileged enough to change the rules. Somebody inspired you. You did. Yeah. Let's do it like that. So can you dig that yet though? It's like we didn't have our arm behind our back and they just keep raising it up. You know when they raise it up, boy, it get more painful and more painful. But we adjust to that pain. Just okay, well keep on to that motherfucker break. No, I use this on. So I'm trying to dig what's going on. Because I want out of it. You know what I'm saying? Man, I think way back in the day, excuse me, when we used to show up at school and all the children be in their desk and the teacher come in and the first order of business is that we had to pledge the allegiance to the United States of America, for which it stands, and something about a republic. At a kindergarten stage, the fuck I know about pledging to anything? Shit, 6, 7, 8, man. I probably a good chance I still got shit in my drawers. I done pissed in the bed or something. Them my problem. What the fuck I know about pledging allegiance to? And see, ain't no telling what we pledge to as children. Can you dig that type of shit? See, this shit is retroactive. It goes back, you know. So when I'm laying down this evidence, there it is. Have you ever fucking thought what you was giving your pledges of your allegiance? What the fuck is what allegiance? And if I was a member, do I get a deposit back or they ain't sent me no letter or nothing? But I done pledged my allegiance to it. Nice little poem they used to make us say. I remember that shit. But see, they even wiped that from your mind. That you already in the game, baby. And you wonder why shit keep coming to you. You already pledged your allegiance. See, I rebuke that shit under duress. I think that's the legal term. I rebuke that shit under duress. I did not know what the fuck I was talking about, signing up for. Don't want no part of it, cuz. But they made children do that. Do you understand that? That's like some Adolf Hitler type of shit. Make us all chant the same shit. What the fuck? And we didn't know what we was talking about. And our dumb ass parents didn't ask us. You know. What they make y'all say that shit for? Matter of fact, if you didn't learn it, when the teacher told you to and she called your parents, you got your ass whooped for not learning that shit. Yes, you did. You learn what them white folks telling your ass. But don't have them, don't make them call here. Yeah. Go to school like you ain't been raised. So yeah, that happened to you, first people. And since then, that same process have been done over. That's what grades are in school. Yeah, it's a process. You go through this process and you test it on it, and when you go to the other, you go through this process and you test it on it, and you go so on and so on, right? Yeah, that is conditioned. And then they set up a program where they condition your children and then produce them as a product in sports and other kind of activities and arts and shit like that. Make some more money off of. So they bred your child to be entertainment for the elites, for whoever running this here type of business. You understand? Yeah. But can y'all dig that shit yet? Or is you still, you know, you still getting you a square for the football game? Hmm. You still letting your children be exploited by being afraid to get in their way. And I don't blame them. Them bastards is dang. Somebody got to say it. Them bastards is dang. You understand me? I clench my pearls like a white woman when I see one of them. You understand? Hmm. I knock a white woman down getting away from one of them dangerous Negroes. You understand? Yeah. I won't turn around and help her. That's right. So it's like you got to dig it. You just can't. And then the thing about it, we keep producing, and we keep producing under these terms, and we act like these terms are made to like not be challenged, and that is a sad, sad way to think from a people who are as undiscovered as ourselves. And I'm asking you, can you dig it yet? Do you get that you have to circle the wagons now? You hear that natural sound of my hood? That's what's going on for real. If you in fantasy land, if you open up your door and window, that's what you're gonna hear. That's why I kind of like the natural sounds of my neighborhood. It's kind of like a symphony, you know. It's a great play that's playing out over here. That's why I'm able to give you uh, real time knowledge of what's you gonna have to dig here in a minute. Because unless you got an underground, uh, you know, underground apartment down there somewhere, you can go up underground and lock the door and don't have to come out for 6 months. Because you got unless you got one of them, cause you better start growing you some food. You better start looking at other sources of electricity. You better start thinking for the long haul, like 3 months of supplies, to where you can get your shit together if something happens to where we all suffered 2 years ago. If something happens again, not if something happens, but if something happens again, let's not be the ones who fall victim, because that's what we are fall that's what we are now. We are victims. We're not the black people of yesterday. That's not us no more. We monkeys, we junkies, we rappers, we cappers, we rich niggas, we poor niggas, we ignorant niggas, we ugly niggas, we niggas that not niggas, we don't make me say it. We women that ain't women. I let you make it this time. We all these things. Proud of it. To give you holidays and laws and all this shit to back up this bullshit. You even got the church with it. So people, do you get it yet? That you have been severely infiltrated, not just now, but your whole life. So when I ask you, can you dig it yet? You ask yourself that question. And if it's yeah, you're gonna exist that way, cool. But you're gonna stand over there. We accept your answer, and we mean you no harm. But you got to go stand over there. See, because you have the potential to go over there. So you better start digging it. If you ever been through a hurricane in those conditions where there's no gas, the filling station is even closed. How can you not be thinking that something like this can happen? If all of us that are here and made it through COVID, how can you not think, can you dig it? So that feeling when you walk out the door lately that you don't feel right, that that's an honest true feeling, cause some shit ain't right. There, by all means, the shit that just happened in this week with this UFO conference, that's like historical shit. Shit, if I was a club promoter, man, I have UFO and alien bitches in cages and everything, man. Shit, I ain't lying. I promote it like that, man. I got these alien bitches in from Atlanta tonight, 2 or 3 titties and everything. You know, we gonna have green drinks and meteorite, snout. Yeah, y'all don't listen to me on that. Cheering don't do drugs. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what'll be going on. I take full advantage of now. That's my idea, everybody. So if don't do that unless you're gonna pay me for that, because I'm gonna copyright it right now. I'm typing right now, copyright now. Yeah, but I sure enough have an alien party, man. Get a little Boosie to come, cause he got to be an alien. Ugly as that nigga is, and I'll get a Whoopi Goldberg to make, cause she an alien. You understand me? Uh, you know, I want to name up all the aliens. Will Smith, old lady, she an alien. Her mama is too. So, but anyway, but that's what I would do. That's what would be going on. But instead, that's what we choose to do. We choose to just totally ignore to get likes. And if you can't dig that, that's a part of it too. I'm here on social media, but I'm one of the ones trying to use it in a way to where it can be entertaining to bring all of us to the light. I'm coming to the light with you. But man, you got to dig some of this what's being said. There's people telling us there's other people amongst us, and there always have been. You yourself could be a product of something that got to do with them folks, man. But instead, you want to know how to do the latest dance craze and shit on TikTok. That's crazy. I'm trying to think about what the aliens smoke, what they eat, kind of clubs they got, real estate, you know, things like how much, what percentage of oxygen that's in the atmosphere, what the gravity level is like, or if their bones are more dense because gravity is more, tighter, you got to have stronger bone. I want to know all this here type of shit. And can I get me a 2025 UFO smooth, but I want it like wood kind of brown, a redwood forest brown. Exactly. That's what I want to know. Because I believe that when them folks get up off that ship, they going to have a resemblance to us. And I think that's one of the big secrets that are, about this whole thing. When the folks get off that ship, man, they going to look like, yeah, me, Buster Douglas. They going to look like all kind of niggas that y'all have seen before. That's just I hope I exist long enough just to see that. Then I'd be good, man. I really would be good. But it's reported that it already has happened. You see what I'm saying? We've been living a small, medial existence. But what has came out and what we know, man, can you dig it yet, man? They took Jamie Foxx somewhere and they activated his clone, or that's some sort of face shit they do on the computer. You understand what I'm saying? They have that capability, y'all. Or they can just put a whole face of Jamie Foxx on anybody that has similar bone structure. Or they silicone the mask to give them that structure. This shit actually exists. And it's been in existence. So the ramifications of that is that history as we know it very well could not even be history. The Negro, the person that killed Martin Luther King could have been an Arab, an Asian. He could have been anybody because they've had this technology since then. Now, if you can't dig that these things are true and factual, then you need to do your own research because I'm asking you, at this point in where we are, while things are calm, why that eerie feeling comes to you when you go in and when you come out of your home. Before all this, I'm asking you, can you dig that? It's because we are in the middle of a major shift and a major change in every kind of way. And I'm talking about spiritual, I'm talking about physical, I'm talking right down to your DNA, the things that they have done, you are being restructured. So whatever you produce is going to be what they want. It's in your food, it's in your water, it's in your air, it's in your hair, it's in your eyelashes, it's in your gold teeth, it's in your car. Everything that they want to get a result from, and they produce it and they give it to us. So I'm saying, in the same sense, they are now letting you know the actual truth in your face. As sure as you watch this television, as sure as you've seen television for the last 50 years, the truth has been told in an allegory to you, but it was the truth. Can you dig that yet? And you tell me, after you know the truth and you can see how we going, does that deserve you know, that deserve what we doing right now? You know, certain things just take you to a point of, God damn, man. And for me, it was the Buckingham Palace thing, and somebody filmed that, and they broadcast it. Somebody okayed that because it was television. You know, you got to write contracts and sign papers and shit. Somebody did that, and that same somebody, yeah, don't never want you to like dig that. They want you to like it, they want you to pay for it, but they don't never want you to dig it. Now I want to say some real shit to you. We all have two lives. The first life, right? The second life begins when your ass learn that you only have one life. That's when your second life begins. A lot of us got to begin and learn that you only got one life. That first one, you got to realize that your, yeah, So let's not waste time. If you believe that Jesus was Jesus for 400 years, and if you believe that he's coming back in 400 years, come on, cut. I done took lifts that got been faster than that. Wasn't even an emergency either. You did. I done called the police and ambulance in the hood, and it didn't take that long. And they take a long time. Like, they'll show up the next day. Like, yeah, man, we was on break. Yeah. So, hmm, we have we have to start really facing the truth about what the situation is right now, which nobody knows. They keep shooting up these little things that we like. Donald Trump, in court, whatever. Who cares about a filthy rich white man in jail? Who cares, man? Who cares about, you know, any of these things that they're trying to throw out there right now to keep you distant from even thinking about basic common sense? Because the basic truth is, if you can't dig that all your needs are free on this planet, and all you got to do is get off, all you have to do is put a little work into it. Food is free. All you got to do is put a little work into it. Can you dig what I'm telling you? Water is free. All you got to do is do a little work. Shelter is free. All you got to do is do a little work. Can you dig what I'm telling you? What we become? Because you didn't have to say that to people past the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. You didn't have to tell them that. What happened to this generation to where it have to be told and like it's a big secret? My family in the country, I don't know how they had electricity, but they had it. And you talking about some good meat. Man, they had cows, pigs, raccoons, uh, you know, duck, swan, blackbird, bluebird, anything you can eat. Probably some of the best eating you had. And these things were provided without a bill. All you had to do, put a little work into it. But all is free. But you've been made to be codependent. But do you dig it yet? So what we got to do in codependency, right? You got to cut yourself from that there. If you're not strong enough to regulate yourself or work through it, you got to cut that piece of cancer on about your system. But because you're codependent, you don't know that it's another side to codependency. It's called being self-reliant. Some people need to be codependent because they're a danger to themselves and others on their own. So it's not a bad thing. It's just that whoever leading them have to have an honest, pretty good heart, whatever. Can't be no person that leads some person into some bullshit. But we are a codependent people. That's why we constantly ask them for shit. Fuck it, y'all asking them white. They're the people that's doing it to you. What you gonna go? Okay, you're gonna drag my head off, and then well, can we get you something? It's a fucked up analogy, sure enough. I'm just trying to help you dig it. I'm just trying to help you dig it. These are not things I made up. This is actual fact on the record. Yeah. So here in 2023, as a people, can we dig it yet? We've often overcame a, a few things. I'm not gonna totally act like we have moved forward, but seem like the first few steps that we gained, we squandered them by being monkeys and shifty and flossy and money hungry and uh, sexually perverse. And the only way that you are able to do that is because of a generation of people before you that didn't have that available to them to do, decided to give your black ass the opportunity to have that freedom. And in my opinion, good sir and ma'am, that's some bullshit on the return. People got bit by German shepherds and shit, sprayed with water hoses. Niggas got hung. Niggas got killed in jail. Niggas got all kind of shit, man. Right before you niggas got here. All you flossing niggas, all you money niggas, all you, yeah. Niggas, that's what niggas are going through right before you niggas got here. And I'm gonna tell you young niggas something, that before you niggas got here, a black man had every right to go on a killing spree. Young nigga. Yes, sir. White men busting in their home, did what they wanted to his wife, to his children, to killed, drugged, burned up, all this here. They did all this, man. And they had every reason to go off and what you young niggas call slime a nigga. You understand me? They had every reason to put that Draco on a motherfucker. For the life of me, I don't know what you niggas' reason is nowadays. Cause nigga said something on a rap. Or cause a nigga rep something on whatever his hood, where his mama lived. You did. Or just for the hell of it. But for you grown folks, do y'all dig it? Because you have some sort of responsibility. Okay? Because a lot of us, we on that, fuck them kids type of shit. Now you can't do that, man. You supplied the world with this here nigga. Now you do what you can. Just don't say fuck them kids. Because when I deal with him, you're gonna be, it's gonna be, we don't want that. Whoever deal with him, you're gonna swerve him down that your boy or your girl wasn't like that. My baby, what? Nah, yeah. So the best thing now is just to start digging it. When you start digging it, your thought process change about what the solution could be. If you just stay stuck in the situation, I mean, what you gonna do? Just wait it out? I told you what account you can't balance. The time account you cannot balance it. You better dig that. Now I come from the year '71. I got constituents that ain't here with me today. And truth be told, I've been in situations where I couldn't have been here today. So what I'm telling you, that time account, you can't balance that, man. You got to respect every cent, every quarter, every dime, every penny, every nickel of that account. You know, when we were younger back in the day, you had a little room to be indecisive. Okay, you had a little room to move, little time to waste. Man, that shit has changed drastically. Yes, it has. That has changed drastically. It's almost betting on black every day. Go to that roulette table. Okay, am I gonna get home today? You know what I'm saying? Is my child gonna make it home? Yeah. It feel like gambling every day. Under pressure. So can you dig that yet though? Now it's true that I could have done my whole podcast on something that's funny, something that's doing a tutorial on something, housewares, food, hair, whatever, you know. But nah, there's been a lot of bombs dropped in this here year. I didn't expect that many bombs to be dropped in this year. But there's been a lot of bombs dropped in this year. And to me, it's like we're not taking note. Because Yang Sing's Hair Emporium numbers haven't dropped none. You understand me? Laquan, Miss Lee, they still, doing them nails, man. Club is still packed. Concerts still selling tickets. People still hanging out at the corner store every morning, every night. You dig? It's business as usual. And I can only think if something did happen, if circumstances did change, to the people that I'm trying to inform tonight, they would automatically become a danger to me. Y'all people ain't thinking. I don't think y'all. I don't think y'all get it. I'm asking you if you dig it, but I don't think you dig. You dig? I think they call that a double consonant. Yeah. Say yeah. Useless knowledge. I'm sorry, don't mind me. But yeah, you better start digging it because it's sooner or later this calmness, what I call before the storm, is gonna stop. Something else got to replace this. This serene, this eerie shit. Something else got to take place after that. You can feel it. I ain't the only one. You can actually feel when you walk out your house that, man, it's some bullshit going on. And it is. But can you dig it though? Because you're going to get right on in that car, take your black ass right on to work, do what you've been doing through this change that we're going through, but not knowing that your shit going to change too, brother or sister. That position you have or whatever you doing, and it's if you treated people right or if you're not, this shit gonna change. because they working overtime for some reason. You know, when they tell you when somebody give you something for free, ain't nothing never really free. If they telling us all this free information, it ain't never free. It's like when people say, well, gas is so high right now. If you look last year around the same day, same time, it was probably high then too. And then the next year after that, and then the next year after that, and then the next year after that. Same month, same almost date, you know, because there's always somebody having a war or, you know, something happen. Little baby gets stuck, you know, white baby gets stuck in a well or something like something happen, you know what I'm saying? Raise the gas up. You know what I'm saying? Somebody shot Elvis tombstone. Something extraordinary. You know? That's how they do us. And I'm just saying it's time for us to start digging they technique. Because it's all out in the open, man. And our main issue is that, like I said, as a warrior in the game, my time is up. All I can do is speak and be a seer and you know and speak what I see. But our future is out there. And while we're complaining about them, I don't think that's the way to go because they are future. They're not the white man's future. They're not Asian's future. They're not Mexican's future. They're ours. So what do you do? Just walk away from them and separate yourself because they don't respect the old school? No, because it's going to come a time when they going to be vulnerable to what they go through, and that facade is going to be ripped the fuck out of them, and they're going to be babies again, and they're going to wish for somebody's help. And guess what? You have to be there. So can you dig that? And that's what you got to get ready for because the process of getting them to that point was fucked up. So you have to know it's going to be a circle to that, a recourse, what they call karma to that, because you chose to say fuck your parents' way of raising you that kept your bitch ass in line. That's why you didn't like it. And you ain't supposed to like it because that's what's supposed to make you get the fuck out of their house so you can make the bad choice that you made. But I'm asking you, can you dig that though? It's okay, because we can fix this here. All you got to do is dig it. Now with that false shit, you go and get on your knee, amen. But no, man, the truth is you gotta say you dig this shit. Then you can start to get it together in your thoughts and take your personal feelings out of it. And know that you're just not fighting for you to have peace in your house. You're fighting for some young person's life and your future. The person that's gonna wipe your ass actually sometime point in time. If they loved you and if you raised them right, like we're talking about, that person's gonna have to take care of you. And if you allow them to fall into that, this is what you're setting for yourself. And can you dig that? Yes, it's a hard fight because you have to fight against every fucking thing that they when they go out the door, you gotta fight against all that shit. There's a lot of shit out there. There's more shit out there that I would ever think that hell, there's more shit out there that I've seen in movies. Star Wars, I'm out of the planet. It's more shit out there than that. Real shit. To a person would have to ask himself, who making us live like this? You can ask yourself, well, maybe I can just mind my business. No, that's not allowed. Matter of fact, minding your business is more annoying to a motherfucker than anything. who that nigga think he is? Don't want to say nothing and shit. Ah, shit, boy. But can y'all dig that? So tonight's show, I thought that I would just check on y'all, man, and see if we're doing any good. It's not good to just wait. Let's talk about it. You let me know what you think is going on. You let me know what this funny vibration in the atmosphere is. You tell me what you think it is, because it's everywhere. It's absolutely everywhere. And the evidence to that. Look at what's happening, man. Like school shootings and this going on. People in Chicago, it was like 100 and some people, 70 people or something died in Chicago. It was crazy. And it was like this same shit happened last year. So this shit is like scheduled like Christmas and Thanksgiving and St. Patrick's Day. These certain days and these certain times, these things happen because this is a continuous control factor that they use on us to do whatever they want to do. And I'm asking you to dig it now. Dig this shit now. Accept it all the way. And after you do that, then you can start to rebuild a new mind on how you're going to have to survive in this new time. Because you are fortunate enough to live long enough to see the changing of the guard. The way life is going to be lived has changed in our face, y'all. That's why we were placed in the house so we can come back outside and look around and and you know being and you know be blown away by what we see. That way they can continue to control us because they are providing all this to you. So I'm asking you to dig it. You can't do a whole lot of things about it, but there is things you can do to give your family the best chance of surviving. So sorry, that's my wind blew my door closed, y'all. So that's what we on tonight, man. On 1 point motherfucking 0, man. I'm just checking in with y'all to make sure that you are understanding that I'm giving you a live broadcast in live real time to what's happening to us here. And if you are in the state of mind to where you can start to dig it, because there are things that you can do to uh, give the same effect that I'm saying them have had on your life, on your child's life. You can give that same influence. But that's what I'm saying, that you have to dig that you've been taken off that guard by other needs that they have provided for you. Cell phone bills, light bills, Wi-Fi bills, rent bills, food bills, and all these things have went up except their consideration for the American people. You dig what I'm saying? Everything has went up before except their compassion for us as a, you know, as a United States. You dig what I'm saying? Everything has went up except the help that we've all poured our taxes into. We poured all our money into for their products for Christmas, for their bullshit for Valentine's Day, for their bullshit for New Year's. We've paid for all of our foolishness. And I'm asking you, can you dig that and accept it? And after you do that, then let's get it. Man, my name is Dr. Shep, as y'all know, for 1 point motherfucking 0. I have thoroughly enjoyed this conversation tonight. And we're going to continue to go out where no man is went before, you dig, and have these conversations about what's really going on. Because if you have a voice, I'm just absolutely behind you using it in a way that can bring forth another understanding. Because we are in another way of living, so we have to get with each other and give each other information on how to survive and thrive in this new way. So here on 1.0, man, we're gonna keep y'all covered. Can you dig it? Now I love y'all. Thank everybody for chiming in. If you're a new guest, thank you for coming in. And I want you to hit the like button, subscribe, and catch me on. You can catch me on all genres: Facebook, iHeart, YouTube, and man, just come and start support. We got merchandise. I want y'all to look at the website and see what we have to provide to you, because we got something for you. So I want y'all to chime in every Friday, 8:30. Hey man, it's going down here on 1.0. So it's your host, Dr. Shep, coming back across the track once again, my friend. I've walked on water. I've walked on land. I got kings and queens that want to shake my hand. Who am I? The doctor. Take one of these and call me in the morning. Peace.
Can't get a game for free. Shit, I got some change on me. Look into my eyes, moving it right. I might just pay the fee. She's cash bleed. Yeah. She got a way of making the block free. Cash bleed. Yeah. Can't get a game for free. Shit, I got some change